Okay, let's do station B. Okay, so now we've changed locations and we are working from recording station B, and we need to do the same thing as we did in station A in determining the arrival time of the P waves and the S waves, finding the difference, and then finding the distance to the epicenter. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure my dot is big enough. And then I'm going to estimate the arrival of the P waves. So here, this is just noise, and I'm looking for the first jump in amplitude. Remember that amplitude is the distance above or below the media line. And so I would say this is the arrival of my first primary wave. So I put a dot there, and I follow that line down. Okay, so now I need to estimate what time the P wave arrived. So if you remember from station A, each box on the timeline is worth 5 seconds. So here is 8 o'clock, 37 minutes, and 0 seconds p.m. And so 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, and then I know my answer has to be in between 20 and 25 seconds. So I would say a good estimate would be 23 to 24 seconds. So change the thickness of my line, and I'm going to put in my answer over here. 8 o'clock, 37 minutes, 24 seconds. Okay, I'm going to change the color of my line, go back to the thickness to make a good sized dot. And now I need to estimate the arrival of the secondary waves. So I'm going to look for the next big change in amplitude. So go along, it still looks like S waves. And then this right here looks like my next big jump. Okay, so I'm going to put my dot there. Oops, sorry. Nope, not that one line. So put my dot here. Follow my line down. Now I need to estimate what time that occurred. And so I have 30 seconds, 35 seconds, 40 seconds, 45 seconds. So it's right on the line, so I really don't need to estimate there. So go change the thickness. And so the arrival time is 8 p.m., 37 minutes, 45 seconds. Then I find the difference between the lag time, which is how far the secondary wave lagged behind the P wave. And so if I subtract 45 seconds from 24 seconds, I get 21 seconds. I'm going to remember 21, and I'm going to leave my work here, and I'm going to go to the graph of the lag time. See, we did that one in pink, so let's do this one green. So we have 21 seconds. Remember, each square on the y-axis is worth 2. And so it's going to be halfway between. Okay, so remember that each square on the bottom is worth 10 seconds. 10 kilometers. So we have 100, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 160 kilometers away from station B. Okay, now I'm going to take this information, I'm going to draw my circle like I did for station A. And I need to make the radius of my circle 160 kilometers. So go to my map. I want to choose a circle. And for 160, here's 100, here's 150. So I need the radius of my circle to go from right here to here. Remember, radius is from the center of the circle out. So I'm just going to draw a circle out here. Here's my selection tool that allows me to pick it up and move it. So I'm going to line this up with 0 and then try to center my circle where the 0 is on the line. And you can see that my circle is not quite 150, so that means I need to make my circle just a little bigger. So if I stretch it out just a little and then make sure I'm still centered, it looks like I need to center it a little bit. Okay, and that looks pretty good to me. So now I'm going to move my circle, and I'm going to try to center, put the B in the very center of my circle. So I know that it has to be lined up here, and then try to get it in the middle. So now I know that the epicenter of the earthquake happened anywhere on the green circle and anywhere on the purple circle. If we only looked at the purple circle, we have infinite possibilities. If we only looked at the green circle, we have infinite possibilities. But now that we have 2 stations, we know that the spot where it is the distance from B and the distance from A is where the 2 circles intersect. So for this statement to be true for both circles, the epicenter could be either here or here. So we've gone from infinite possibilities of the epicenter now to 2 locations. Okay, that was station B.